I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the way that it has having a kid has changed my work is that I'm less scared of everything now. Because I'm like, I gave birth to a kid, I can do anything. And I feel like I used to never have stage fright, but then the older we get, the more, I don't know, pressure we put on ourselves. But now every time I like get a little bit nervous, I just think, okay, well, what would I tell my son in this moment if he was nervous? And I feel like that has really changed my work in the fact that it's like, well, I take care of a kid, so I have a kid, I can do anything.
Yeah, there is like that superhuman quality that kind of comes over you when you have to be in charge of other lives, that all of a sudden the pressure that we put on ourselves or that we feel from this industry kind of goes into a different category. Or also just with saying, okay, I don't have to worry so much about how the industry perceives me because I need to be so confidently like the version of myself for the development of these human beings that like, and if the industry wants to look at that at the same time, great. But it's not like directed towards it anymore, trying to be something.
I think also for me too, I noticed a big shift in the way that I audition also, because it's just not about me anymore.
Sometimes I'm like, cut me, it would be easier.
God, yes. God, yes. I cannot lie, I've absolutely had that feeling, absolutely. But like on the other side, when you do think about like actually booking the gig, you're booking it for your family. It's not necessarily just about like, oh God, I need to get this credit or blah, blah, blah. You're literally booking it for like swim lessons or for like, you know what I mean? There's just a little bit more reason behind it, if that may say. And not to say that somebody without a child doesn't have that, but it's definitely a more specific.
Personal value though too, because you're valuing your kids' time too.
Yeah, it's like when you're younger, everything's so magnified. It's like you're so focused on just that, because it's like, I don't know, you're young, you have other hobbies, but it's like, it's different when you're young.
My question is, then why do I feel guilty sometimes? Because I'm like,
guilt is always
there.
I would piggyback on that to say that I think we have a specific brand of guilt because our job happens on the other side of their lives. Like for instance, my son is school aged. He's on the bus at 6:30 and gets home at 3:30. And my call for Harry Potter is like 5:30. So it's like, I'm truly missing his entire life.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you guys too, because you have a younger one, I have a younger one. Right now, it's like, I get to be home all day with him, and then but I still have that guilt at night, but I'm like, wait, I was with you all day. I know. And then I'm like, wait, this is gonna flip? How do I survive? How do I?
So it really is those moments of like when someone tells you to like be present, and this time, it's the longest, shortest time. The days are so long, but the years are so short.
Yeah, because yesterday was at least 72 hours.
Yeah.
72.
They're crazy.
I'm like, bro, no, you're gonna cry all day?
They're crazy.
I know, but you know what? In 5 years, you're gonna be like, I wish I had that 72-hour day with them. I missed that day. I mean, like my kids have after-school activities now. They're older. Well, I want to go and do this with my friend. I said, but that's my day off. Right? You can't hang out with your friends on a Monday. We have plans for the world on a Monday. And that day off is like, when when you don't get to see your kids during that 8-show week, and that Monday is supposed to be so that you can rest and do another 8-show week, you're like, no, we're going skiing. Yeah. We're going hiking. Yes. We are gonna do everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And because that guilt building up through the whole week is what takes you over. But I have to say, I'm surprised that I haven't completely lost steam on Mondays. Because they fill my cup in a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm sure you've all felt this at times where you're like, this is actually impossible. Like you actually are like, I cannot do this. And I look at the time and I'm like, it's 10 o'clock and I have to go until 10 tonight. But then somehow you just do it. Like it's that like mom thing. It's like you have no other choice but to do it. And we all do. And then it's like you look back on it, and when you look back on it, it's like, that was so much fun, even though in the moment it's so hard, Yeah.
In the most cheesy way, you really do it for them. Like I harness sometimes my son's energy throughout the day, and I have school-age children too, so I see them so little right now, like so little, especially with being in previews, in Boop, and all these things. And I'm a swing. So,
no big deal.
Thank you, Jerry.
No big deal.
It's full. It's really, really full. But I feel like I get inspired by that a little bit too. I'm like, you gave a mama a hard job and she's gonna do it. You know, like I can do it. And I harness their energy sometimes and do it for them. I mean, it sounds so cheesy, but it's true.
Wait, I have a question. Have your kiddos seen you in your show yet?
Oh, they sure have.
And what was your son's thought?
Well, my daughter came to opening because she's 13 and she was like, I want to get dressed up. I want to do red carpet. And my son, he actually got to come on Kids Night, which was fun. Really? So there were a bunch of kids watching strippers, so it was great.
That's perfect. Did you do Tommy pregnant then? Were you in, like,
I did in Chicago. So we had a pre-Broadway run in Chicago, and I found out I took a pregnancy test and found out I was pregnant an hour and a half before our first rehearsal.
Oh my God.
And then I did it the whole time, and then we finished during like my 5th month of pregnancy. But
wow.
Yeah.
I danced with my second in my belly. I did Sugar Plum in the Nutcracker when I was like 18 weeks. And I just started I had a little.
With your first?
I had with my second.
oh, your second.
So I was showing a little sooner. So I had like a little bump, but we covered it up well.
Yeah.
But it was really special because I had I guess Riley at that time was 2, and she was in the audience, and she loves coming to the ballet. It's like
Her mom is
the best.
Every little girl
That's like in you, right?
So she was in the audience, and then I was dancing with my other one in my belly. So that was like one of the most special moments ever.
I did the show until I was 5.5 months. Were you weren't there yet? Yeah, 5.5 months pregnant. And Chicago, that I said,
Oh my gosh.
just the sarong just kept getting higher.
So doing the out of town of Boop in Chicago, my kids were still pretty little because that was a year ago, and we all know that like a year is like 700 years in children in child's years. So I didn't think they could sit through the entire thing, but I was like, I really want them to see something. They haven't seen it in New York yet, but when they came in Chicago, it was so magical. My husband and actually the director, Jerry Mitchell, met them like at the stage door. They walked them in for the finale, which is like this huge, I don't know, cacophony of joy. And he walked them led by Jerry. It was really amazing. Like, led them right down the center aisle.
They don't even know.
Right? I mean, literally, led them right down. Like, the video is like Jerry holding up Dean, my oldest, and them just like swaying in the center aisle, like pointing at me. I mean, it was, and I saw them in the audience, and I literally had to be held up by the other cast members. Like, I was like holding on to them, and it was the most special moment of my life. I feel like it was, I mean, we all know what that feeling is. I feel like, or what it's going to be, you know, when your kids are older, of just like so many of your dreams being realized, your purposes being realized, your hard work being realized, your sacrifices, you know.
We do sacrifice more than people realize. We really, really do. Like the amount of family things, birthdays, there's like life moments that happen. So when you have a moment that you maybe didn't even know you were gonna have on stage like that, and it like brings everything full circle, like I can understand why you were being held up.
Thinking of a family that's coming to New York, there are so many options. Like, you have everything at your fingertips, but there is one specific place that you can see Broadway, period. Broadway is one of those specific things that it's live. There is no pause button. There's no watching it on Netflix and I'll come back to it or whatever. You are immersed in someone's life and struggle and joy and happiness, and you get to be a part of this moment for 2.5 hours that you would never be able to experience any other place. And at the height of Broadway, I think it's very, very important that people see at least one.